Hi there. I'm trying something new this issue as I use my voice to bring humanity back to business. This week I'd like to talk about what if the next step isn't about doing more. I experienced something this week that never happened before. I got to the end of my to-do list for a day. What happened flew in the face of a popular belief that we always overestimate what we can get done in a day and underestimate what can be done in a year. Was it the full moon this week, or did the stars just align right? I don't know. It could have had something to do with my motivation to finish a 3-week-long project, too. But what surprised me the most? It was the feeling in my body. As much as I hated to admit it, there was a rising panic from within. What would I do with myself if there was nothing screaming for my attention? I chuckled and reminded myself of what I said to so many others. Your value as a person is not what you do, and what you do is not who you are. I've even recorded not one, but 2 episodes of your Passion, Purpose, and Personal Brand podcast on this topic. It made me pause. What if the next step isn't about doing more? Instead, maybe it's about becoming more of who you are. It was about 5 years ago that I looked at the business I had built and asked, is this it? From the outside, everything looked successful. And on the inside, I felt boxed in by the very thing I had created. There was no next step that truly energized me because I hadn't paused long enough to ask a deeper question. Who am I now? And who am I becoming? I realized I'd been following someone else's definition of growth. More clients, more output, more strategy. But what I really wanted was more meaning, more margin, more moments where my work actually felt like me. So I stopped chasing and started listening. I explored what was getting in my way, not externally, but internally. Old stories, outdated beliefs, and quiet saboteurs I had not even noticed before. And from that process, I built something new. A way of showing up in the world that felt grounded, aligned, and expansive. Now, if you're in that place, wondering what's next, I have a few questions for you. What part of your identity have you outgrown, but you're maybe still holding on to it out of habit? Where in your life are you performing instead of connecting? And what would so much more look like if it didn't mean more work, but more truth? That next version of you isn't something you need to force. It's something you're invited to discover, gently, honestly, and with a whole lot of grace. Whatever your so much more looks like, I hope you give yourself permission to pursue it. Because what the world really needs isn't another expert. It needs more people who are fully alive in their work, their presence, and their purpose. I'm walking with you on this journey. You are not alone. And here's to finding your legendary self. If you'd like to explore more about the idea of what you do is not who you are, you can listen to those 2 solo podcast episodes on this topic. What You Do Is Not Who You Are is from July 22nd, 2022, and Who You Are Is Not What You Do, The Rewind, is from December 17th, 2024. Go back to that newsletter and you'll have the links to be able to access those. And a postscript. The stories that others tell you of what you should do and who you must become often takes us off the trajectory of the life we were meant to live. If you'd like to explore more about who you are designed to be underneath all of that noise that has come into your world, you'll want to go to my website to download your free Human Design Bodygraph. Then register for my upcoming June 4th masterclass. Your business isn't broken. It's just not aligned with you. This 60-minute session will introduce you to the Human Design System, a powerful tool that acts like a user manual for how you're meant to operate in the world and in business. You can also check out what it means via one of the individual human design analysis sessions I offer. And you go to my website to get those links. I'd also love it if you would connect with me on LinkedIn, check out my website, and subscribe every Tuesday to your Passion, Purpose, and Personal Brand podcast. And if you'd like to connect, maybe talk about one of my VIP mentorship sessions, then schedule a discovery call. Again, the link is in the newsletter. Well, what did you think? I hope you enjoyed this format, maybe making it a little bit more personal by having this voice in your ear. But until next time, to the So Much More newsletter, let me know what you think. I'd love to hear from you.